Welcome back to What's Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the SU-8. It's the Tier 6 Soviet SPG. It's located on the south spawn of Murovanka and it's under the command of Bigger Stickers. Yes, that's my NA account. And I'm sporting the skin that was produced by Sir Rusty and Jazz. Yes, it's got our logo on the side and it says "We will never surrender." Game started. Well, I'm going to do something rather unusual at the start of this game, because I'm not only knocking down the camp in the centre, I'm going to do something else which is rather odd. This Arty is fairly fast, it's got a top speed of 48 kilometers an hour, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to destroy this house. Yep, stops anybody parking in the cap behind the house, and so if they're trying to cap, they're not going to have an easy time of it. Now I've got a 152mm howitzer mounted on this Arty. It's capable of doing 600 alpha and it will penetrate through 38mm of armour. It's also got a reload time by the book of 19.65 seconds, but I've got it down to 16.64 because I'm using food. I've got a BIA crew, I've got a rammer, and well, it's just a fairly good version of the SU-8, and you can see I've gone to an unusual spot. It's not an unusual spot, I've gone a little further over to the west. Okay, first target was an AMX 1357. There's the Super Hellcat. He thinks he's nice and tough sitting there in the bush, nobody can see him. Unfortunately I can, and that's a direct hit. So he's now missing a lot of hit points because that thing has got virtually no armour whatsoever, and my shell is more than likely going to have penetrated him. But he didn't die with that shot, but I think he's pulled back. You can see trees are being knocked over, so I'm firing something in that direction, hoping I might catch him. Okay, I'll pull back a bit because after all we can't see what's going on. There's a VK3002D just the other side of that building, but what draws my eye at the moment is a pair of tanks on the far side, a VK3601H. Rounds out. Well, he pulled away just in time. I was dialing in on that position. If I adjusted the aim just slightly, I would have got Rescue Bloom. So I decided to take the shot just in case he stayed where he was. Okay, we've got a Cromwell sitting in the bush and he feels fairly comfortable there. And I'm almost fully dialed in. Round out. Well, it went near his spot, but I think it went a bit long and he pulled away from that position. Okay, E25 just take out our AMX 1357. Can I get a shot onto him? No, it hits the house. Not a very good start to this game. Only got that one clean hit on the Super Hellcat so far, and now we've got a VK3002D who thinks he's safe hiding behind that house, and that's a big mistake because he's not, and that's my first kill of the game. Now we've got an enemy tank inbound. It's the AMX 1357. He's coming for the Arty, he's coming for my teammates, and he rams straight into the M44, but the other one shotguns him. Then we've got the Cromwell B that I fired at earlier, and he's no more. So that's my second kill. So they made a quick run along the K-row trying to get at our Arty, but the M44s haven't moved that much. In fact, they're still there, and they should know better than to stay in the same spot once they've been seen. Now I've fired that round in where the Strib 4257 I thought he was. He's actually there. He'd moved into the bushes elsewhere. So I'm going to try and get another shot. He's gone where the VK was originally. Line him up. Rubs out. Direct hit. Penetrating shot. 587 hit points and he's out the game. So we're 2 tanks down on the enemy. They've managed to get the entire east side of the map. We do hold a segment of the middle of the map and, well, this corner, and that's about it at the moment. But we see there FV304, he stops to take a shot, and now he's out the game. So that's my third kill. Okay, we've got a Super Hellcat. That's the one I hit earlier. He's pulling back. There is 2 Super Hellcats in the game, but that one's missing a huge amount of hit points, and I think that's him. And now he's the 4th kill. So that's 4. If it was the one that I hit earlier, then he's very, very angry at me right now. But it's his own fault. When he has that much in the way of hit points, he should be very defensive. And I put a round into the VK3601H, and we know that one of the enemy tanks made its way through the cap. And in fact, at this moment, he's assaulting our Arty. But we do have a Super Hellcat nearby, and the Super Hellcat kills the SU-100. But unfortunately, the enemy M44 kills our E25, and I kill the VK3601H, which means I've got 5 kills. Okay, next inbound is an E25. Can I get a line up? I think he's coming that way. I'm loaded. Here he comes. Changing course. I get a piece of him. 125. I tracked him. I'm getting some damage assist, so I must have wounded him crucially. And oh, we just lost our M44 to their Super Hellcat. Okay, here he comes. Trying to get a shot on target. No, that was a bad one. We've got a Super Hellcat nearby, so good job I didn't move to my normal firing position, because that's where that Super Hellcat is currently located. Okay, I'm dialing in on him. I'm not loaded yet, but I need to kill this guy. He kills our M44, but I get him. Penetrating shot, the Super Hellcat's gone. And that means the other one I hit at the other end must have been the one that I hit earlier in the game, because he was missing a huge amount of hit points and this guy wasn't. Okay, inbound is an E25, that's the same one. He gets wiped out, and that means now there's only 2 enemies left. Yep, and they're both Arty. So I'm motoring down the other end of the map. Now, the SU-8 was developed in 1934 and 1935, and it was going to be built at the Kirov plant in Leningrad. But they never went into production because they cancelled the T-28 medium tank design before they started building these. It's kind of unusual as an Arty because it's got a very high arc for a Soviet tank. It's easy to hit targets behind rocks. It's got a fairly slow shell velocity though, which makes it not very good at moving targets. And okay, we've got an M44 and he's wiped out. So there goes him. That means there's only one enemy left. It's the SU-8. And there he is. And I'm gonna, oh, before I can even stop to take a shot, he's out the game and it's a win. So just a Top Gun for me in this one. Let's have a look at the end of battle results. Here's the end of battle results, and it was a first class tanker for bigger stickers in the SU-8. In fact, it's the first time I've had a first class tanker in this vehicle on this account. I also managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. I got 11, and of course I got that Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. And my win rate from this one was 4,498. It just goes to show the power of that, how it's easily able to penetrate and kill Super Hellcats and Cromwell Bs and the like. No problem whatsoever. If it hits them square, they are going to suffer. So let's have a look at the team score and see where I was. Well, I did get the highest damage in the game, but no high caliber because I wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool. 2,246 hit points of damage to me. The next high scorer was the Super Hellcat on our team, who managed to get a Pascucci's medal because he killed both enemy Arty. 2,063 hit points of damage to him, followed by the E25 on our team with 1,996. When it came to kills, I managed to get 6 kills. The Hellcat managed to get 5. I should have platooned with him actually, and with somebody else. And either we could have had the Brothers in Arms, or alternatively we could have had the crucial contribution if we'd included somebody else, someone like say the T-3485. When it came to base XP, I was actually in second place because the E25 managed to get 1,015, I managed 1,009, and the Super Hellcat managed to get 961. I fired 16 rounds in that game, got 6 direct hits and 2 penetrations on the enemy. Now I suspect that those penetrations were the ones I hit square on and wiped them out. Yes, look, 800 hit points of damage to the Super Hellcat. That was the one at the start of the game actually, where I hit him when he was hiding in the bush. The shot that I fired was a penetrating round. It did substantial damage to him in that game. Now, Where was the other one? The other penetrating shot? Well, I have the feeling that it was that one. Yes, the Striv M4257. 587 hit points of damage to him, and it does say a penetration, so yes, I did get a penetrating on him. But surprisingly, the other Super Hellcat, the one I hit square on and wiped him out, only 55 hit points off that one, and the Cromwell B224, so that was a non-penetrating shot, but it overwhelmed him and took him out the game. Let's have a look at the rest of the detail. I got 2,246 hit points of damage, of which 1,686 were at more than 300 meters. So you can see some of the tanks that I killed on the K-Row were actually very, very close to me. They were below 300 meters. I damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 6 of them, and did 354 hit points of stun assist of 4 stuns. On a premium count, I earned 40,793 credits, got 20,396 in personal reserves, and 40,000 for completing a mission, so I took away, or my grand total rather, was 101,189 credits altogether, and after ammunition resupply, I took away 88,229, so quite a profitable game for an SU-8. 25 bonds as well. And I got 1,513 XP times 2 for the first victory, 3,027 experience points altogether. So it was a fun battle, and I was hoping that actually I might even be able to get a Radley's if I could kill both enemy Arty. But my other teammates were just too quick on the draw, and I didn't blame them for that at all. I thought they might be eager to end the game quickly and get into another one. But it was fun, and just goes to show that the SU-8 is quite powerful, but it also shows you as well that you really shouldn't sit in the same position every time, because if I'd gone to my usual spot and sat there, I would have died alongside those M44s when the Super Hellcat arrived. So it does pay to go elsewhere. You know, vary it around, find a new position somewhere in the vicinity of your usual position, but just find a different bush or a different tree or whatever and sit there instead, and you may find out that it actually saves your neck one day. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.